Welcome back, folks. My name's Antony Valentine, the Camper Nerd. Today I'd like to be talking about a very important subject. That's motorhome, camper. In fact, this goes on for a lot of things, cars, but particularly in motorhomes and camper vans, scams at the moment. There's a lot of scams there to be careful of. In fact, there's so much to discuss, and so let's get comfortable. Yeah, so it's been going on for a long time. The oldest scam really for camper van purchasing and motorhomes is the usual scam. One will be advertised on eBay. It'll be too good to be true, very cheap. There will be no contact, there'll be no phone number, email only. So for example, I can start with a story. So must have been about just over 10 years ago, I advertised an auto-sleeper clubman for £20,000. In fact, that's the actual particular model. That's the clubman there. This is going back over 10 years ago. So I advertised it. I went on holiday, actually. Went on holiday in the actual camper van. Went to Spain, come back through France, picked up a camper van. Anyway, I digress. On the way back, come back. Upon returning, I got a phone call off a very irate lady. "You're selling my camper van for £20,000. How very dare you? I bought it last week for £5,000. I instantly knew what was happening. Basically, the scammers, they will copy and paste pictures off another advert. A lot of mine get copied and pasted. They will advertise a ghost camper van that does not exist. They will advertise it very cheaply. Some people are quite gullible in the sense, this particular lady, would you believe, sent the whole £5,000, bearing in mind it's a £20,000 camper van, she sent the whole £5,000 by Western Union, which is basically a one-way valve. You're never going to get it back, it will be out of the country. The normal scam, they will advertise something at 25%, less than 50% of the true value. And the normal scam is, before COVID hit, it would be something like, my elderly parents were abroad, it's stuck in Spain, if you pay a small deposit and I'll get it shipped back and get it delivered to you. So people were paying, I don't know, £200, £300, £400, £500 deposit, getting excited for a very cheap vehicle, but there was no vehicle. It was just, basically, for want of a better phrase, a deposit hoovering up exercise. It's just another take on how many times years ago was Tower Bridge sold to Americans, brick by brick. It just doesn't exist, the advert is not there. So there's certain things to look at, which is very important. The contact. Never part with your hard-earned money without speaking to the person. You can ask as many questions, ring them up. If they answer the phone, that's a good starting point. Make sure it's not a foreign dialing tone. Can I come and view it? Ask as many questions as you like, even questions that are answered on the advert. And if there is any hesitation, that's the first clue. But as I say, on most of these scams, they won't even engage in a phone call. There is just an email. So that is the big flag, an email only, as well as the price is too good. Now, I know the last year, COVID times has been hard, so it's been the year of stay location. So there's a lot of new people coming into motorhoming and camping. But unfortunately, these new people are not aware of the prices. Older vehicles and nice camper vans, particularly the upmarket ones, or my love is particularly auto sleeper. I've been supplying them for many years, but they are a premium product and they do command a high price. But the newcomers don't realise, so they're looking on finding one that they think is a bargain, or they're not sure if the price matches what the market is dictating. So they're just getting a bit giddy and paying deposits very quick. Big mistake. Don't get me wrong, now and again you'll get very lucky that someone has advertised something cheaply, but you need to be quick and you need to speak to them. Never ever engage with anyone by email. That's a starting point maybe, but you need to speak to them. Never send money by Western Union. PayPal is quite secure. If you're sending the money, you can claim that back through PayPal. But the best way is to meet the person in the flesh, go and look at the vehicle. So particularly the last year, this is so annoying with people have taken advantage of COVID times. So the scammers evolved, and what they've said is, oh, we can't social distancing, you can't come to the vehicle in, but we can take a deposit and then we can get it delivered by a third party and it will be handed over at a safe distance in a COVID correct manner. That is just an evolution of the scam. It's a shame, I'm ashamed to say it's on my industry, but it's not really the reputable dealers in this country. I can guarantee you 99% of these scams are for somebody abroad and the money is sent Western Union. It actually happens on Auto Trader, not as many times, but it's particularly prevalent on eBay. Sometimes it'll go on Auto Trader, but you need a phone number on Auto Trader. Now the phone number invariably doesn't just go through to a voice answering machine, and then you're caught into this vicious loop of engaging via emails. Yeah, it's a big shame, but as I say, I can't reiterate enough. You need to look at these vehicles, you need to check the MOT history. That's another thing I'll further go into detail on an extra video. But yes, just check the registration number. If the registration number is hidden for any reason, there is genuine reasons why some people don't like the registration number displayed. But more times than not, they're hiding something. I never hide a registration number. I've got nothing to hide. Reputable dealers don't. So you can, with the registration number, you can check the MOT history from brand new. That's going to enlighten you to any past problems, any advisories, any discrepancies in the MOT. You can HPI it before you go, but then that's the first thing. That's a free of charge service. That gives you more information. So if it's a good one, they've got nothing to hide, that's wonderful news. If it's had some imperfections in the past, they've been repaired, it might give you a bit of leverage and a bit of a negotiation point with the purchaser, or the seller rather. But that's all free information out there. So as I say, the people with the scams, they're only interested in getting a deposit ASAP. And as I say, I repeat, be very, very careful. So stay safe in these COVID times, but particularly look after your hard-earned money and be wary of scams. And I'll go in on a further video and enlighten you on what to look at on particular vehicles. But for now, that's just to be wary of the internet scam. I'll catch you on the next video, folks.